Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the G.I. Joe 30th Anniversary Renegades Cobra Trooper figure. Now, this is the first army builder we've gotten under the Renegades tagline, and he's a pretty good one. This is definitely one of the guys you see pop up the most in the show, and he has got quite a nice amount of gear, although I believe originally he was pictured with the riot shield from the shock trooper. He's lost that accessory, which is unfortunate, but oh well. On the back of the packaging here, you can see him and the other characters from this line, and his read-up says, Cobra Troopers are the secret army of the Cobra organization. They have no names, and their faces are hidden behind masks. They guard Cobra buildings, perform acts of sabotage and destruction, and hunt for the renegades who are trying to reveal the truth about Cobra and its mysterious leader. So in the show, I always got the feeling that these were more just regular old security guards, but clearly they got a lot more going on. Also, under combat gear, it just says security baton. Clearly got more gear than that, so I don't know, it's gotten to the point where I don't rely too much on those equipment readouts. But that being said, let's open him up. And here we have the Cobra Trooper out of packaging. Now I've got him holding his rifle and his security baton. It's always been a nightstick to me, but okay. He also comes with a pair of handcuffs, which you can actually hook around another G.I. Joe's wrist. And a very nice alternate head, like he's pulled the mask up the rest of the way on his face, which is really great, especially for army building, so you can kind of alternate these guys up. Now, the security baton, or whatever, it's the same old accessory we've gotten before. The gun, I believe, is an all-new sculpt, although Ripcord, also from this wave, uses it. And, it's definitely one of those oversized, cartoony blasters. I mean, I actually kind of like it, but at the same time, it's one of the things that makes this figure stick out as kind of obscure in the rest of your G.I. Joe collection, because the figure itself doesn't really look cartoony. It looks like your regular old Joe Trooper. Usually the cartoony details are in the face, and there it's mostly covered. Even more so on the other one. And I've got to admit, I kind of dig the look of this guy. Televipers are my personal favorite Cobra grunts, and this guy bears a lot of resemblance to him. I love how he's got the Cobra logo with security written on the back. It's very nice. Let's actually swap head sculpts out. Easy enough. No problem there. You have to kind of fight to get the gun in his hand, mainly because there's this clip coming down in the back, or magazine, or whatever it is. You got to slide it in there at an angle and then turn it off to the side. It's not impossible, but it's a little harder than your normal Joe gun. There's a little red paint app on the side there, which makes it look really nice. Now pulling him off his base. The head, you have to be a little careful on moving, since his vest comes up around his neck. It still goes up and down, and left and right. You just gotta fight with it a little bit. The arms go up, do a full 360, bend and spin at the elbow, and spin at the wrist. The legs go forward, out, double joint at the knee, and have an ankle joint. So some pretty nice articulation. You got to watch the knee pads. They are separate P's that pegs on, but it's not like they're falling off or anything. And at the same time, once again, that gives us a lot more army building options. Just one second while I peg him back on his base. Yeah, I ordered all these offline, and while I haven't seen any in my area, there's a lot of reports online of that this wave is already showing up in a lot of Walmarts. So I can't imagine he's too hard to find right now. I actually ordered a couple of them offline because, like I mentioned several times in this review, I am kind of becoming an army builder. He's a really solid trooper. I've heard a lot of people who don't want to pick up the Renegades figures because they're like, I'm not a big fan of the cartoon, which I can take it or leave it, it's alright. And they're like, I don't want a bunch of cartoony figures sticking out. I honestly don't see that many cartoony resemblances, especially in any of the figures, honestly, but especially in this one. He's a great little Cobra security guard. I'll probably take the one or two of the shields from one of my shock troopers just so they can have one. Wish they had come with that, but at the same time, he's still a fantastic army builder. I highly recommend picking him up, and this is JTrain997 saying I'll see you soon, YouTube.